want to type them, you don't want to talk in chat, that's fine. I just need to know so I can look, and I'll reread it over, unless you put it in one of the chat rooms, Interamata or Saw Chat, and then I can read it right up the screen. Welcome everybody. This is going to be one of our training events to help the average player get EC. There are many ways within the game. I'm going to be touching on some of the more lucrative ones. Sorry about the background, but it's here. If you have any questions, and you're not here live, just type them in chat, and one of us will get back to you as quickly as we can in response.
My dad's not bald like Tyler.
I need you to turn your volume down a little bit. Yes. I wouldn't mind if you were on your headset, but as I'm doing a video. I am currently on my Federation tune. This is my Ferengi. The best ship that she's got to help everybody is the Suliban Cell ship. It will allow you to get some materials that you can't get anywhere else in the game for free. I'm going to beam up to my ship, and we'll go from there. If you want an invite, okay. That's you, Siran, Abdul. Double X if it is.
Yeah, him if his dad did.
I just invited. All right. One of the features about the Suliban Cell ship is there's a mission called Taudua Aid, and it's the only ship that I'm aware of that has that option. You can pick up. You've got 6 choices of missions that you can pick up. Depending on. Hello.
Hey.
All right. Hold on, C-Ron. I will get you up here.
I'm just trying to figure out what you're doing about this EC thing.
Let me get this straight. How am I on a 128 and my computer is better than yours, Jackson?
I am the biggest EC junkie of them all.
I know you are. Alright, I sent you the invite. Now I've got it streaming on Discord also. But the Suliban Cell ship, you can pick, there are 6 missions, and they'll get you an appropriate duty officer for any one of those in that category. It will be a Suliban, so they're not ideal, but they'll help you get through some of your other tasks. The other benefit to this particular, to these 6 missions, whichever one you pick, it does not go against your count for the day. It takes a few days, and I think that could be why it doesn't go against your count, but it doesn't go against your duty officer mission account while it's running.
Can I have it?
So I'm right now I'm gonna pick. I just picked one of the missions. You just want to make sure it's got. You've always got at least moderate success, as long as you have the officers in their success category. You want to try and get the higher stuff, the critical success, because that will get you a purple duty officer if you get more criticals. But definitely, blues will work. They'll get you another blue. Like as you can see, my moderate success is 33%. My success is 45, and my critical is 23. So it's just like any of your other duty officer missions for this. And then you just hit start, and you see the duration time is 120 hours. Now I can go in there and do whatever missions I want, and for my max level. Now the next another really good way to get EC is doing your Admiralty. There's different sets of your Admiralty. You got Ferengi, Romulan, Klingon, and Federation. Federation gives you usually will give you the highest EC for the lists, but you can always take the materials that you get and figure out a way to get yourself some more EC. If you have any more questions, like I said, just type them in, and we'll do what we can to help you. Do you have any questions in there, Jerry? Or statements?
No.
Okay. This training is more for the people that don't have the time to sit on the exchange. I'm not saying there isn't going to be exchange stuff that you need to do, but you don't need to sit here on the exchange and for hours and hours and buy and sell. I want to queue this mission up.
Wait, no, I didn't say.
If you don't want to.
Oh, but can I get an invite if you're doing cell ship?
Yep. Which character you have? I got you. When it comes to the Admiralty, you have to really decide whether you want to focus all of your resources on getting criticals based on what the rewards are. If you're going for EC, you want to focus. You want to do your best to make sure you've got everything slotted to help you succeed in that mission. If you're not focused on the reward, you can pick one ship that'll get you as close to the success rate and just go from there. And you may not make it, but I think the only times I haven't made it is when I've been really low. Barking at something. Sorry, doggies in the background. I've used the low ships on the list. It's been plugged in for a while. And all of your ships, with the exception of Admiralty cards, if you have a ship on one character, you will get an Admiralty card for that ship on all of your other characters. Admiralty cards do not work that way. You actually have to get an Admiralty card, specific Admiralty cards on your own through the various X boxes, the Sally Ride, going out into space, completing certain missions. Like the Merchantman freighter was a mission that they gave an Admiralty card.
I'll log into my server.
And as you'll see when I click this, it just all my slotted turn yellow, so it means I should get a good rate with the 67 points towards critical. You just hit start. There are other opportunities on the stealth ship. I have, as a Ferengi, my quartermaster, I get an additional discount, but you get a discount use it if you go to a stealth ship. If you go to a Suliban stealth ship, you get a discount right there. If you look, it shows you what the discount is. I get an extra 10%. So it tells you what, or an extra 20%. It would be the regular price for this item. It tells you is 200. The value is 200, but because you're on a stealth ship, it's 150, which is the red. And then I get an additional discount as a Ferengi. If you have a Ferengi character, that will help you with any purchases. Also, it gives you an additional discount.
Yeah, because he's Indian.
So as you can see, all the different there are a few items within this system that it's not beneficial to buy it from the stealth ship. Entertainment provisions are one of those. You can get them from your fleet embassy as long as it's max tier for 600 EC, and then resell it for 640, 800, whatever. I think the last time I sold those were there.
Bro, look at him, meat leg.
If you want to see what they're selling for, their commodities, and you pick whatever your commodity is. It tells you what the value is. As you can see, 100, and if you can buy this if you don't want to sit there and craft them or earn them.
Jackson spent most of the time in there.
There are tons of them. So they're selling for an average of 76 per. But when you're buying anything in bulk, you always want to change the sort ascending to price per unit.
Camera quality's ass.
Otherwise, if you have no sorting, it shows you the most recent listing, whether it's beneficial or not. Like right now, contraband for 200 stack of 250 is 19 million. Luna favors are selling for, you can buy them for 24,000, which Luna favors, they'll be coming around soon, but you still got some time on those. But the price is not like, here's a good example. The price for this one is 84,000 each for contraband, but you scroll down, you can get them a 30 stack. You can get them for 35,000 a piece. So if you just change the sorting to ascending price per unit, and whatever it'll give you the lowest price, and even if you don't have you just have general commodities, it'll list it so the most for your buck. Like right here, you can get them for 80. For the medical supplies, 88 credits a piece, and they're worth 100.
Probably you're fat, bro.
And some people will sit there. Like if I bought it from my guy, it would cost me less than 88 a piece. So what I could do is go over there, buy them from him, because I think it cost me 60 a piece for that, for the medical supplies. Or I'd go look. I'd do a little bit of back and forth, but I would go look and get it. You want to get it so you get the most bang for your buck if you're going to resell them. But this is another way to get EC is buying it at a lower price and reselling. You can buy them. You can buy commodities at certain vendors at a discount, but that discount is not guaranteed and it changes. The Suliban sell ship price does not change. Another thing, if you decide you want to earn or buy and sell duty officers, what you want to do is the best way to do it. Let's see if I have it.
Tyler, are you making a mod pack right now?
I have to go to.
Are you making a mod pack? Like what?
I have to go to the Fleet Star base.
Hey, you want a gangbang together, Jackson? Not until my brother tries to. Jimmy Xander? It's Xander, you dumb.
Not that. I need to leave the bridge. You're welcome to stay on here and explore, see around. I'll be back. It won't kick you when I leave the bridge. Anybody in any of our groups that is connected, either Intra-Armada or Soldiers at War, all you have to do, if you see me on, just send a message, hey, can I get a cell ship invite? And if I'm here, I will be more than willing to do that. As long as I'm not in the middle of a mission at that specific moment. As soon as I'm done with the mission or whatever, I'm able to get that invite sent out. To do this, if you don't have access to the cell ship, I will go through the next steps here. Because there are a few things you can do here to get to help you. And yes. put your Bluetooth on. Sorry, it's taking a minute to log in. Alright, but when you get to your starbase, you just, if you're on a bedside, you're going to go to the, past the ramp, towards the bar, and down the little corridor, and there's you can file accommodations, that will get you some stuff too, but that's not what we're talking about today. Today we're doing credits, so you want to, you're going to go to commissioned duty officers, and you can, if you've got fleet credits, like this character has 600,000 fleet credits, I can buy stacks. That would be 20. That would be 20. 22 of the engineering. If you don't care and you want to do it the best way for yourself, you want to do the just the open call. You could get any classification with this particular, and I'm gonna, for purpose of this training, I'm gonna do rare quality, but you can always do the purple quality. The fleet you're in has to have provisions to buy them. That's the only stipulation. You click on the one you want, you buy, it'll give you a slider telling you how much you can get up to. I can buy up to 50. You can only do stacks of 50, but I'm not going to do that. I'm only going to do 20. And that as you know, as you see, my fleet credit just went down 200,000.
I want to be a god. Wait, can I be Zeus?
Once you've got them in the inventory, you need to have, if you don't have the room in your inventory, in your duty officer roster, they will go into your overflow bag. So don't worry about opening all of the boxes you get. You get the duty officer, you get your roster, tells you how many duty officer slots you have, and then at the bottom it tells you how many available slots, how many reserves you have. Oh, bear. Did he break it?
No. It was on the ground.
I forgot about that. Alright, now once this is what we're going to go under the assumption that you don't have access to the cell ship at this point. So you're going to go back to the transporter operator on you. And the KDF side has one too. Theirs is a slightly different spot. If anybody has a question on that, let me know and I will go through it. But unless I hear otherwise, I'm not going to specify. I'm not going to go through it twice. But you go to your transporter officer, and now if you look at other holdings, the Colony World has an exchange, the Fleet Spire has an exchange, and the Dilithium Mine has an exchange. And I believe K13 does too, but I'm not going to swear to it. The Embassy, if you want to use the exchange on New Romulus, you have to leave the Embassy, but you can do that too. But that'll put you on regular space. Right. If you go to any of your fleet's holdings, that will keep you in the location. But the easiest one to go to is the Dilithium Mine, in my opinion, because it puts you right there. And when you leave surface. And there's another benefit to you going to the dilithium mine. I know this isn't EC related, but if you come over here and talk to the duty officer assignment, he gives you 3 missions that you can do for mining. Mother lode of valuable minerals, mine dilithium mother lode, and then if you have a stash of dilithium that needs to be refined, I don't have any ore, but if I had ore, I could do this one, and you can do this daily, refine an additional 500 ore per day. You just want to do your best to make sure you don't get a disaster or a failure to keep your stats as low. Disaster and failure. And the same with the next mission. And you don't have to use the suggested duty officer assignments or duty officers for the assignment. You can go through and pick your own. Alright, now we're getting back to the EC. Alright, what you're going to do, the 20 duty officers I just picked up. You use them all. And as you can see, because I have room in my duty officer roster, they all went here. None of them went to the overflow. But I'll start at the top. I got some tactical, I got some security, engineers. I got 1 engineering officer, a couple of operations officers, science officers, and then I didn't get any medical out of that lot, but I did get some civilians. And the 3 most profitable civilians right now on this list are my refugees. And I will show you how to find that. We'll start with the civilians. And if you look through the list for refugees, and then you want to match the quality to what you're selling, so that way it'll give you a better reference. And you also have to make sure you pay attention to what's being sold. Like these top 5 are Klingons. So yeah, I could post my Federation refugees up for less than the Klingons, but I will be minimizing my profit. The first Federation here is selling for 900,000, so I can just put those up. Just go here and put them up for. If I want to undersell the person, don't be a jerk about it. Don't do it by at least 50 credits. Don't sit there and do it by 1 credit. But if they have, as you saw, most of the Federation ones, the cheapest ones were at 900. You've got 2 for 900, and then you got a couple that are almost $1 million. So I'm going to post them for 900,000. And don't sit there and worry. Chances are really high that they will sell. Whether they sell immediately or not shouldn't be your main priority. Don't sit there and say, "Oh, if you need the money that badly, then that would be something you have to. That would be another situation." But 300,000 is not going to help if you need the money that badly, 300,000 is not going to get you most of what you need. So you're better off posting it and waiting a little and just letting it sit there, letting it wait. And this is what I was talking about, where you spend a little bit of time on the exchange, because you want to maximize your profit yield. I'm going to check the Diplomat and Chef. All you have to do is click on that one and hit search, and it'll start at the cheapest and work its way up. Like right now, as you can see, there's only 5 chefs available, and the cheapest one is selling for 380, but it's a Klingon, so there's no Federation. Chances of you selling a chef, a rare chef, for $1 million is it possible? Absolutely. But that doesn't mean you could end up with it back in the inventory. But I'm gonna post this guy up for $2 million. I don't need it. He's sitting there, so I'm gonna post him for $2 million. If he sells, great. If he doesn't, I'm not gonna cry.
Let me know about an hour before you're gonna make it.
And then I'm gonna go to my Diplomat, see what he's selling, and see the Diplomat is $425 for a Fed, and that's the cheapest Fed, and then they jump. You've got some that are 10 million. As I'm not, and if you buy a duty officer, you have to be careful, because if you're a Fed or a KDF, sometimes you cannot use the Romulan duty officers. You can sell them, you can sell any of them, but to use them in your duty officer roster, you just have to watch. The next, now in your sciences, the most, I'll show you, we'll go through it. Your astrometrics start at around 280. There are other beneficial uses for the duty officers, but if you just want to make the EC, no harm in putting it up. You want to put it up based on the high end of the average. I'm a geologist. And you'll see 225. So if you want to hang on to it and post them all for 3, or post it for 3, that's totally your call. But out of this list, the research lab technician or research lab scientist, he's going to be the highest. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. See, they start for Federation. The cheapest one is 90. That's listed here. So you don't just look at one. You need to shop around and figure out what you want to do. If you don't, like, I'll post that one because I don't need the research lab scientists. But if you need any of these, don't be afraid to keep them for yourself. I don't need astrometric scientists or geologists, and it's not going to be for me, it's not going to be. I don't think it's beneficial to sell them at the price that they're asking right now. But there are other options, and that'll be another video that we do later down the line. The Quartermaster is another high profit one because people want them. As you see, 500,000. They start at 500,000 and they go up from there, just depending on what they're going to give. Now, each of your duty officers will give you different, like, if you notice, chance for fire on my mark for this one.
If I'm gonna stay in here, but I am gonna go mute. If you need me, hit me up.
Okay.
If you need the other EC options.
Right.
Like, are you going to mention the trader on DS9?
Yeah, to make the materials. Yeah, I'm gonna mention
The commodities?
Yep.
Cool.
I'm just going through the quick training on how to maximize your EC to whatnot from. But you'll notice through here that different your security officers, they're going to be higher on the KDF side, and I'll show you that. Because the Federation doesn't use the security officers the way the KDF do. See, the KDF officers they start depending on, let's bet, 825 for a security officer for the KDF side. So it's just something you need to look at. Who's going to benefit you the most? And the same goes for the specialists. Depending on what they specialize against, will depend on what they're worth. Let's see. Space warfare specialists. And it looks like there's none for space warfare specialists. So, yes, you can name your own ticket on those if there's none listed, but just bear in mind you may not sell anything on them. I'm gonna do this one because it's versus born. But if you change the rarity type, change the rarity type here, and as you see, it changed the now you have some that are listed for space. And this one's really generic. I don't know why it's so generic. I've never seen that before. But this one's versus Breen. This one's versus Nausicaan, Orion, and you see the difference in prices. And these are all fed. And most of the time it tells you, but you can always look at it and it'll tell you what. This one gives you 20% damage. So that's why that is. versus Undine, KDF, Green. So you can see that they're beneficial to have if that's what you do. If you do all the different types. Now what Jerry was mentioning, the next part Jerry was mentioning is if you go to the different commodities vendors, and I did bring it up before when I was on my Silverbot sell ship, the commodities vendors in the different areas will give you discounts for specific materials, i.e. DS9, Federation, and it'll be cheaper than just going to the vendor at certain times, but you can still take care of it that way. I'm going to go back to the Starbase for a minute. I'm going to show you something else. Traffic. Alright, now the fleets, the benefit, the reason I'm going back to the fleet Starbase is the bartender there, and not every location has a bartender, but the Starbase does and K13 does. I know those two. But if you go to the bartender here, you will see a sell tab. Talk to the bartender, show me the menu, and right here it says sell. You can sell a lot of your commodities, and it only gives you 50% of what they're worth. But if you discard them on your own, and I'll show you that here. Let me find something I can discard right here. The value is 800. The value is 800 or 8,000. You can discard it. It tells you, it gives you a warning. You will get energy credits for the console, and I'll do it because I can recall. And it gave me 323 energy credits, 3,233 energy credits. Back to buyback. Sorry. Go back to buyback. I'm going to buy it back. So I lost the same amount that I paid because it's just giving me money back. But if you go talk to the bartender, now for that same item, I'm going to put it down at the bottom so it's easy to find. This is the same item, and if you notice, it gives you half. It gives you about 800 more EC for that item, selling it to the bartender. 800 doesn't seem like a lot, but if you sell 10 items and you earn an extra 800, that's 8,000 credits, and that'll help you out later on. So I'm still gonna sell it, but it shows you, pops up 842. So I just made 800 versus selling it through the discard button. If you anything in here, you can sell it on the through the vendor, or you can sell it just discard it. If it's got the infinity symbol, it'll tell you what it's valued at. Every once in a while, you can upgrade something in there. Like this one, you can't upgrade because as you see, it's red. It turned red. It's white now. Try and drag it, and it's red. So it won't let you upgrade it. So it's not going to do anything for you. So you can just discard it. You won't get anything for it, and you can't salvage the item. And if you salvage something, you will not get any EC for it. So if you're trying to get salvage, that's fine, but you're not going to get any kind of energy credits. So that right there is gonna be something you need to watch. And it'll tell you in the item if you can salvage it. Like this one, you can't salvage. I can discard it, and I don't even know if it. Show menu, sell. Yeah, these two items aren't worth anything, so they probably came on a ship. And just be careful, like you can accidentally sell replicas and whatnot, even if they're in a box. So just be careful doing stuff like that, and you can always have the opportunity to buy it back. And you'll buy it back for exactly what it gave you. So there's those bits and pieces. The last thing I'm gonna sorry about that. The last thing I'm gonna go over is your tour of the galaxy. The only thing that takes you is a little bit of time. You go to your open mission journal, available tab. There's a different person for the KDF side versus the Fed. It's for the Fed, I think it's JM. Double check. Yeah, it says Tour the Galaxy JM. On the KDF side, it's a Nausicaan. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. But you just go to JM, click the mission, you hail it, it'll tell you about what you need to do. You have a time limit of 15 minutes. You can do it every day or every 20 hours. I'm not going to accept it because I'm not going to run it right now. But that is something you can do on a daily basis, and that will get you, each sector will get you a reward commensurate of your captain's level. If your captain is at max level, you'll get 25,000 per sector that you visit, and you have to visit each. When you pick up the mission, it'll show you how to do it, where it'll light up, and as long as it's your primary task, it will it'll point you in the right direction, just like any other of the mini-map, on the mini-map. I hope this was helpful, and I hope you all have a good day. I enjoyed putting it out here, and if you have any more questions, like I said, just put in the comments on YouTube, because this video will be posted, or if you're in game or in our fleets, you can always put it up on Discord. Good luck.